Someone shrieked and fell next to him. He heard a wail, a keening. What rhymed with cry? Die, fly, goodbye? It was Shelby, her long brown hair matted and her face without makeup. She didn't look a thing like the pictures taken for the magazines. Now she was frantic and undone instead of exuding that quiet confidence that had attracted him. This self-assured sensation on the violin was freaking out, but he couldn't respond. Couldn't do anything but listen to her scream. "No, no, no," she yelled, her voice bouncing off the walls in the bathroom. Where was this place? A hotel? He couldn't remember. His life had been a constant search for the right word, the right line. A snippet of dialogue between two friends that became part of a chorus. Something his son had said in a moment of giddy clarity, a headline in the newspaper, a question asked by a fan standing in line, and words that would capture the forbidden desire he felt for her, for the woman who wasn't his wife. But now there were no words. They wouldn't come because the feeling was gone. His breath became shallow, and his lungs ached, and he could only hear his own heartbeat and feel that big fist squeezing inside his chest. The pumping grew slower, tighter, as if his heart were seizing like an engine about to grind to a halt. "What did you do?" Shelby screamed. What had he done? A good question. What had he done with all the chances, all the choices he meant to make, with the life he meant to live and the love he promised? He had to write that down. The love I promised. But there was no reason to write anything down. It was over. He was over. "Jed, listen to me. Jed, you have to stay awake." Sure, stay awake, he thought. Simple. Easy. For everyone but me. Shelby slapped him hard, but he didn't feel it. Just saw her hand hit him and pull back as the tears flowed. "Jed, talk to me." He wanted to, he really did. But there are some things you can't do even if you desire them. There are some choices you can't take back. Words said that can't be unsaid. Rhymes left hanging at the end of sentences. The gap between a good lyric and just a thought that was never completed. Shelby tried to sop up the river of blood with a white towel, but it was a losing battle. Jed's hands drew into themselves and gnarled like an animal's claws in the throes of death. He could see the posts online in his mind, people sharing the sad news with each other. R.I.P. Jed. What a shame. What a waste. News cameras would capture the covered body being wheeled to the back of an ambulance with its lights off, a sign that hope was gone. Life was over. The reel would play again and again until the news cycle was over and something else replaced it. Meaningless. Meaningless. Everything is meaningless. I have seen everything done under the sun. All of it is meaningless. "Jed! Jed! Say something!" His eyelids fluttered like a butterfly unleashed from a cocoon, and something bubbled from his soul. A word took root and grew until it stretched to his parched lips, and he spoke it in a whisper. "Rose." Shelby turned on the shower, and the water cascaded, the faucet fully open. Jets pounded, washing his face and matting his hair against his head, and he didn't care if he lived or died or drowned or floated. He didn't care at all. And then he was somewhere else, at a place in his memory as vivid as his reflection in the steel faucet, standing in the pouring rain. Then came a flash of lightning and words washed over him. Pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. He had spent his life trying to gather people who would validate his music, agents and fans and followers who clung to him. Now he was alone because Shelby had retreated into another room. He heard pounding and voices. Two men appeared and lifted him by his arms from the shower as more screaming reverberated in the room. Two other men in uniform restrained Shelby and asked what she was on. Jed blacked out, then found himself rolling on a gurney toward the ambulance. But the lights were on. What did that mean? Was there still hope?